and maybe looking for the opening. The smoke's going to break. They know there's heroes around the tree line, and they're looking to go. Kuro, Arteezy just hugging the tower. LGD, they hesitate. They back off. They don't know what exactly lurks, so they'll just farm the enemy neutrals. That was almost another 2-hero takedown. I think if they dive in there, they get both, but
you don't know what's waiting for.
They play it safe.
Because they have a lead, it's the right call to play it safe there. You probably got Siler yelling, guys, I'm having the anti-H game here. Like I have almost got my Battle Fury. I have it by like 13 minutes here. Just don't do anything to ruin our lead, and we'll be fine.
They have more to lose than Secret right now.
Yeah.
They've got the anti-mage farming. It's a really good anti-mage game. You talked about Queen of Pain Hex as the potential answer to the anti-mage later on, but we're not going to see a Hex for a long time. Maybe, meanwhile, finding a kill on Arteezy. He went into the woods to farm, and LGD already had the ward in the jungle, so they spotted that. They completely catch him out. Beautifully played. Meanwhile, top, you can see a little pressure maybe going, but it's Puppey. Caught in the jungle as well. He's next. Hasn't left the woods, and so LGD take the fight to him. All of a sudden, completely out of control, Monster Shrek in the making. This guy is going to be so difficult to deal with, and they have an anti-mage problem as well. That's the terrifying part. Even if you manage to get maybe back under control, Sylar's farming. And if you focus on Sylar, I mean, good luck dealing with maybe. They're really caught between a rock and a hard place now.
Absolutely. They haven't really got the ability to gank or pressure Sylar anyways. S4's gone up there to maybe look to contest and slow down his farm a little bit, but ultimately Sylar can farm just fine against the Queen of Pain. And
they're farming their stacks once more.
Wow.
LGD just ping-ponging between aggressive moves into the secret jungle and farming stacks in their own woods. Their economy has been very impressive this game, and at the same time, Secret having 4 of the mid farmers, but I just look at the cores, and they're so far ahead on LGD.
Anti-Mage is in such a good spot. He can get a really good Battle Fury Vlad's timing. He could theoretically look to steal this Radiant Ancient stack, because Gyrocopter can't really farm unless he wants to go and like slow farm it with like 3 to 4 flat cannons.
They have to commit 3 or 4 heroes. Bring in the Familiars, maybe tank it with the Enchantress Untouchable, but yeah.
They may look to farm it early just out of worry for the Anti-Mage stealing it, but yeah, there's a lot of farm to be had.
And there's a ward there, so they know what's going on, LGD will, for a bit longer.
Yeah. It requires Vlad's plus Battle Fury, which is still like, if you're LGD, you're like, well, we've got to wait maybe 6-7 minutes before we can try and contest
it's full Midas Gaming Gods. Even the Visage of Kuro is building towards one. LGD,
Puppy's
they
been
look
scouted.
to punish even more. The smoke gang comes in, it's Puppey trapped out. Oh, did he buy the Midas in time? Yes, just barely, but they're giving up so much, and it feels like their bet is completely made at this point. Double Midas built, as well as going into the early Dominator and the Gyro. There will be no fighting for Secret, only dodging and farming. But even farming may be tough. Arteezy looking for the Ancients, but meanwhile, bottom lane about to get a heavy dose of pressure. They scout with the Weave. I think it just clipped Kuro there, and they see him. Fissure, another follow-up stun about to come out for maybe. He tries to run, nowhere to go. A monster kill for the Monster Shrek, and
it's all right. He bought his Midas as well. Similar story.
I guess. I mean, they've gone double Midas and Dominator, and they're still getting heavily outfarmed here. They're down 3k gold, and this is before the anti-mage effect. This is before the battle.
They're going to head towards the Ancients here. If they get here soon, they can look to punish Arteezy and steal some of this. He's been working on it for a while, but with just the Brown Boots Aqua Helmet Dominator, this is a very slow Ancients, and this ward has spotted him a few times.
It has. I think they're
maybe Invis.
Oh no, not again. He made the plays mid. Can he make the plays of the Ancients? Arteezy. If the stun isn't a complete airball, he's done for. Doesn't even need to hit it on his own. Godlike for maybe. 9-0 your score. Secret getting slaughtered. This is looking maybe even worse than the loss to Fnatic as far as how the game started.
Yeah, at this point it feels like they may just get blanked. Like, where do you find that first kill? Like, what have you got here? Maybe a hook shot into a cooldown or something? Speaking of hook shot, it looks like Zai did actually use that for something. It's on cooldown back at base, but
maybe for Sylar.
I think to escape from Sylar is my guess.
Oh, jeez.
Probably like a hook TP or something.
Great denied by Puppey, but it's even going to cost them this one. Cast coming out. They're going in with MMY. They deploy the Death Ward, and Puppey will fall again. He did use his Midas earlier.
There we go.
They commit a lot. They get something. The first kill of the game for Secret, and they whiff the stun here by maybe. Yao's on the back foot. Can Secret find more? They really need additional kills to come out. A Blake forward, a Scream, even a Rocket. There's no hook right now, as you mentioned. It was used earlier. 15 seconds on the cooldown there. But Battle Fury is ready now, gods. He's just got to send it out.
There's a Bloodstone up on Leshrac, and this is not just like a... He didn't even disassemble his arcane boots. That's kind of...
That's ridiculously impressive.
That's very...
He's 9-0-0.
I mean, his net worth is just absurd.
At the same time, I'm curious how Secret are going to look at it, because I feel like they'll look at it and S4 is just going to say, I shouldn't have died to him solo. And a lot of this came from that initial
Yeah,
kill.
I mean, some of the following kills were maybe going to be hard to prevent. Like when the Earthshaker rotates in, there's a lot of kill potential between these, so it'd be a lot better for S4 and not quite as crazy for maybe, but he was always going to have the neutral stacks. He was always going to have an Earthshaker rotation, which would probably lead to a kill or two. So maybe it wouldn't have been like the godlike Leshrac right now, but
it still would have been a good one.
I still feel like this would have been a fantastic Leshrac game, and they never had any way of shutting down Leshrac or stopping the anti-mage farming. The way LGD played with the Witch Doctor mid lane meant that there was no room for Puppey to ever get any kind of successful gank there.
And they knew that was the play. As top lane, the tower will fall. There's a backstep from Puppey, but Yao's in position. They are protecting Xiaohui's Witch Doctor of all heroes. Maybe now rotates in. Only the 8 Bloodstone charges, but at this rate, he may ramp them up rather rapidly.
S4 gets a tower up top, so he's...
Yeah, that's important for
As
Secret.
far as the economy goes for Secret, like, they're not terribly far behind on overall net worth. It's been very much like they're getting what they can wherever on the map, but it's coming at the cost of like core heroes' lives here and there, and
it's also coming at the cost of even pressuring the anti-mage, who at this point has the Battle Fury. Expect to see his farm ramp up. Let's see if LGD continue to find their openings. Familiars are in position to go on Yao. There's a single stun, second Familiar backing off. I am curious to see how much more pressure LGD wants to put on the map, because right now seems still like the best time to strike, with Double Midas not really having paid off fully yet. Gyrocopter yet to pick up his BKB. He has 1,300 gold on Arteezy, though. And they are moving Sylar down bottom, so it seems they want to start applying pressure elsewhere. Even a cooldown use here, you could just see from every move Secret makes, they don't really want the big fight now. They want the creeps.
They want to go for the ultra late game here. There's not much else to it when it comes to what Secret's game plan is going to be, but the gold advantage should get slightly more LGD favored just because how much Anti-Mage's farming speed accelerates with the Battle Fury. But
can they kill him with 4? If they hook into a double Familiar stun, maybe, but that's about it. And seeing the clock top, Sylar has almost no fear.
Unlikely. Yeah, he's going for a heavy stats build as well, so he's sitting on about 1,100 HP. So
with the power treads. And he's got 1,600 up already. I am curious, does he want the Vlads, or does he just go more into a combat anti-mage this time around?
I feel like you skip the Vlads when you feel like you really need a fast Manta against like an Orchid timing, but that Orchid timing just doesn't exist. I mean, S4 is sitting on 3.2k, so you don't know what he's going for.
He could go for one. LGD on a big smoke gank here. Secret are sitting back in decent position to reveal it and maybe turn it, but they fissure Puppey to start. Zai trapped on the wrong side of this one, and now the Leshrac stun comes out, but a 4-hero Familiar stun coming out from Kuro to try and salvage the fight. The Queen of Pain's there as well. Zai hooks away. The Death Ward doesn't finish him. Are they actually going to turn this fight? They clip and bring down maybe. That's 1,000 gold. Godlike streak ended. Oh, goodness gracious. Secret right back in it after that one. Sylar trying to go to work here. Secret saw it coming. They were ready, but the Monovoid does work. Brings down S4. Still relatively healthy. Sylar maybe looks to re-engage. They needed a perfect fight to hold that, and they got it. Kuroki, 4-hero Familiar stun coming out, man.
And an S4 rune, of course, on the Queen of Pain.
Of course.
It allowed him just like blink in aggressively, throw his spells, and then he just scurries out of there, so he didn't actually end up in too much danger with the Fissure still on cooldown, so...
I mean, aside from the Familiar stun, it was just the positioning. Secret knew that exact move was coming. You could tell from the way their heroes were located. They had the clockwork out in front, positioned towards the right side of the jungle, expecting LGD to make their move. Just great game sense here from Secret. LGD, they still have the most farmed cores on the map, but after that fight with 2 Midases and the Dominator in play, it's not much of a gold lead, all things considered.
It's like LGD have 2 super cores, while Secret have 4 regular cores here, it feels like. Because the way the 2 supports on Secret play is they're getting a lot of farm. The Midases will carry them to the late game. Zai's not going to be able to get much in the way of farm or levels this game. But
It's Secret's turn to move. They're heading towards the pit. They don't have the Queen of Pain ult this time, though. That's a pretty big loss in damage. As Yao looks for the fissure block, it's not really a great one, but the Roche will fall off the bat. They give maybe the Aegis. Yao isolated up on the high ground, being pursued out. The cask bouncing nicely. Good defensive play. Meanwhile, the Monovoid. Zai gets trapped along with S4. Melted. They still hold the Aegis. Nobody drops. Big plays there from the cask of Xiaowei, completely preventing the chase on Yao. and then they isolate and clean up the other two heroes.
That just kept on bouncing for days. Unfortunately for Secret, if it bounced like to the familiars, it would have been great.
Again, Puppey dead as well. That's 3. LGD right back in the driver's seat. Secret really had to go for that Roche, but without the Queen of Pain ult and with good defensive play by LGD, couldn't find the opening.
Having this Witch Doctor Dazzle support duo just offers so much utility. The Witch Doctor able to just heal everyone up when needed, the cast, the Death Ward, the Dazzle with the Medallion Rush, and just having Grave and heals on your side. It seems like just a fantastic duo defensively all throughout the game. It doesn't really fall off like kind of a lot of defensive laning duos can. These heroes are great even as you go later in the game.
They are trying to play the rat game a bit here. Arteezy even creep cutting the top lane will immediately TP out and just gets out in the nick of time.
Oh, those are Yules too. That was very close.
I don't think he even knew that Yules was in
play. If maybe a TP'd like half a second earlier before the gyro TP, he gets that Yules off.
If that's just a regular Lesh without a Yules, not even a close call, but with the Yules in play, it is a rather close one actually. Well, he does make it out, and Secret try to stall the game out. They definitely don't want to fight into this Aegis if they can avoid it. As Secret, or rather as LGD continue their farm progression, and you can see the confidence Sylar has now. Freely moving through the enemy jungle. He did opt to skip the Vlads, and that allows him to have a completed Manta style already out at 21 minutes. Much more active anti-mage, and along with that, as we're seeing now, Yao with the Blink Dagger en route. A slower Blink timing, but whenever you get the Blink, the game always is going to change for the opposition.
This is such a Yao game. 0-0-11, just getting tons of assists. He plays the offlane more like a support, but he gets so much done because he takes advantage of his levels. He's really good at just using his levels to be in the right position.
I mean, look at
to set up kills.
Look at mid. Look how much he did there for Maybe.
So much of Maybe's position right now in this game as the kind of game controller is because of Yao's Earthshaker.
Manta style online, and LGD smoking again. They have really been chewing through these as of late, and that is their last smoke for 9 minutes, unless there's one sitting in the stash. They move down through mid. Maybe surging forward in front, and as you mentioned, he's got the Yules. Secret might try to set up for this one. Maybe gets revealed by Zion, the tree line, who has a hook shot ready. Arteezy down in the middle of the river, though. He's the one caught out. Fissure, and nobody even in the neighborhood to protect him. Melts to the Pulse Nova. Immediately, Secret going to try to push out this bottom lane with S4 and get the hell out of dodge.
Maybe close. Goes for the stun. Half a second too late.
He's right on their tails, man. He's just nipping at them. This is intense for Secret right now. They cannot even breathe for a moment.
It does show you like just the map awareness and skill of these Secret players to just get away by half a second every single time with their split push. A lot of players in those positions would just get caught and you'd say, well, they got caught, but they've got to be split pushing when you're this far behind. But Secret do it without getting caught.
And good news for Secret, that is the last smoke LGD have for, I think it's like 7.5 minutes now. So they're going to have to apply offense the good old-fashioned way. Just straight down the middle lane, show their faces, and go for towers. But the bad news for Secret is these heroes demolish towers. An anti-mage with a Manta, not even popped just yet. Maybe with the Max Edict, almost level 16, 3.5k gold. He's still keeping the pace with a free farm AM on his own team. As Yao swings around bottom lane, Puppey just hiding in the trees, and this may be where you want to have S4 on your team. The head-on tactics aren't working, but you've got the old Alliance captain to coach the team on the Rat Dota.
The ways of the Admiral Bulldog.
Yes, well, they had a seance this morning, I heard.
It's going to be tricky. You've got Puppey down bottom. You've got a couple up top. Familiar's also great for some split push as well, and yeah, the options for Secret right now is still limited to just kind of trying to buy as much time as possible to scale towards that late game.
This Aegis is running out soon. Oh, they found one.